Hi everybody, Thailand is a fantastic country and it should be on everybody's bucket list to visit it at least once in their lifetime. Thai people are super friendly and they're great to be around. However, today I want to talk to you about something that's a growing concern not only to the Thai people but also to tourists and expats that visit the wonderful city of Bangkok. No matter where you are in the world, taxi drivers work hard and therefore deserve our respect. Getting around Bangkok, historically, taxis have been my favourite mode of transportation. However, things are now changing. The convenience of travelling around sultry and humid Bangkok in air-conditioned comfort has always been the overriding factor over the price of the fare compared to the bus, Skytrain or metro. And over the years I've been coming to Bangkok, the number of taxi drivers competing for business ensured a reliable and usually friendly service. Since my return to Bangkok following the COVID pandemic, I feel things have changed, and not for the better. This is a view shared by a number of my friends, both expat and Thai. Maybe there are fewer taxi drivers around at the moment, as during the pandemic many must have returned to their hometowns to reduce their living costs and they simply haven't returned to the capital. Taxi meter rates have remained the same for several years, so maybe it's the higher fuel and running costs that have eaten into the average taxi driver's earning potential and has forced a change in their attitudes and customer service. It's probably a combination of a number of issues. However, things aren't what they used to be. Now, there are a few rotten apples wherever you travel to, but in Bangkok the situation is getting out of hand and it is turning me off altogether from taking taxis. My Thai friends tell me stories about taxi meter fixing and other scams, and I'm sure the authorities will heavily punish anyone found to be cheating the public. So what is my issue with Bangkok taxi drivers? There are an increasing number of drivers simply refusing to take me because I'm travelling to an area that doesn't suit them, or who refuse to turn on the meter and want a flat fee of 200 baht for a journey which usually costs well under 100 baht.
No meters again.
No meters. 200. 200, yeah? 200? I'm fairly streetwise and I'm definitely not a naive tourist, but I am, in my opinion, being treated unfairly by many taxi drivers here. Now I should point out, I'm never drunk or disrespectful and I always use my face mask in the taxi. By law, all taxis are required to charge by the meter. In reality, that doesn't always happen. However, it is being reported in Thai media that Bangkok officials are ramping up spot inspections to ensure that they do. If a taxi driver refuses to turn on the meter, I'll simply wave them away and wait for another. However, this is becoming a lot more common no matter what time of day it is. I encourage anyone not to get in a taxi if the driver is not prepared to turn on the meter. Maybe I should look to start reporting drivers that refuse to use the meter. If more people did this, then maybe the message that we're not prepared to be ripped off will get through to them a lot quicker. On one occasion recently, me and my friend either were refused travel or were offered a fixed fare without the meter and had to wave away 15 taxis before a driver eventually took us to our desired destination. In London, where you will find some of the most highly trained and professional taxi drivers in the world, they are within their rights to refuse a fare, but only if they have a reasonable excuse or a passenger wants to travel outside the controlled district. What constitutes a reasonable excuse is ultimately a matter of the court to determine. In Bangkok, if the authorities are trying to clamp down on taxi drivers refusing to use the meter, in my experience, it is not working or changing their attitudes. In the past, I've had taxi drivers claim they didn't have any change, expecting me just to accept it and give them a large tip. So now I always ensure that I have small denomination notes and some coins to pay the fare. I've also had them take me on the scenic route to build up the metered fare, although I'm pretty good at knowing the quickest routes in most of Bangkok hotspots, and I still follow the journey with Google Maps if I'm travelling to an unfamiliar area. So, would using one of the other taxi services be a viable alternative from using street taxis? Whilst cheap, I avoid motorcycle taxis in Bangkok on safety grounds. Travelling on the back of a motorbike weaving in and out of stationary traffic is not my idea of fun. Tuk-tuks are generally a rip-off targeting tourists and are overpriced, uncomfortable and often damn right dangerous. For me, the convenience of using a grab taxi or car has been worthwhile, picking me up directly from my condo. However, recently their fares are becoming far too expensive, usually at least 80 baht or more higher than the taxi you hail in the street. Bulk taxis are not a regular and viable alternative at the present time, as there's simply not enough of them in Bangkok. As it is, most Bangkok residents will avoid using taxis during peak morning and evening traffic. However, my frustrations are turning me away from using Bangkok taxis altogether. When travelling in Bangkok, or for anywhere that matter, don't leave your common sense at home and become easy prey for these scammers. Most of the drivers are good, honest Thais making a living, but there are more than a few who will take advantage of you, particularly if you appear to be a naive tourist or don't speak any Thai. Bangkok is a great city to visit, and please don't let these road taxi drivers spoil your experience whilst here. My advice is to simply wave away any taxi driver who refuses to turn on the meter. There are usually more taxis following close by who will take you at the metered rate. Come to Thailand, enjoy the hustle and bustle of Bangkok, and remember that most Thais are respectful, honest, and very welcoming of tourists.